I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur. But we, as one of our priorities, will discourage illegal migration.
Technically, she's now officially a racist, right? Because how could her saying what she said to Guatemala be construed any differently? Because if anybody had said that 6 months ago or 8 months ago, because she viewed it through the filter of race, they would be racist. If you had a strong, forceful position on the border, which most Republicans do, then you were a bad person. You were racist. So now she gets into power, and she sounds like a Republican. She should actually be denouncing herself for her cold, cold stance towards the people down south.
The U.S. will enforce our laws, and there are legal methods that migration should occur. Well, first of all, many of the people here I have met do not have the education level to even understand migration laws, and so it's not as if they could deal with that. I did speak to a immigration attorney here who told me that the process of trying to migrate to the United States legally is impossible. Going to the office, just finding the office where you would file the paperwork is next to impossible.
President Alejandro Yamatei.
We're not on the same side of the coin. We are in agreement in the what, which is something. We're not in agreement in the how.
Okay. Yamatei says increased border crossings have been caused in part by the change of administrations in Washington.
The message changed too. We're going to reunite families, and we're going to reunite children. The very next day, the Coyotes were here organizing groups of children to take them to the United States.
As she visits these countries, this is one of the big issues in the so-called Northern Triangle, trying to convince countries slow the route of migration to the U.S. border. These are encounters in April, just in April, more than 178,000 migrants encountered at the border. And if you look at this through recent fiscal years, 2019 is blue, 2020 is green. You see 2021, an increasing problem at the border.
What we're hearing here is that major problem of some families making that decision because of the new policy that unaccompanied minors are allowed to stay in the U.S. They now are choosing to stay in Mexico but send their young children over. Despite where you are in the political spectrum, this is a situation at the border that is an incredible challenge for the Biden administration and is getting increasingly dangerous as we head into the summer months.